So the whole fucking time, nobody heard the intro. Nobody heard 5 minutes of fucking no audio.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, let's run the fucking. You don't have to put the. You want to put the filter on?
No, we won't put the filter back on.
You play the intro again at least.
Sure, if you want it.
Okay.
That's hilarious. And the thing's blinking in our face and none of us noticed it.
It's the smallest light.
Yeah,
if I didn't want to see it, I would be like, oh, it would just be in my fucking eyes constantly. I hope that they can hear the audio now, because then I'll just feel like a fucking idiot.
That would be perfect.
That would be good.
Doing the intro again. That's right. Fuck you, Brooklyn Menace, and to everybody else. Welcome back to another episode of Positive Vibes Live!
You sound like Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah. Very Rubenesque. Okay, I'm not Slim One, and this is the Iceman, and joined by my friend Jeff. Twice in less than a month you've been on the show.
Mm-hmm. Twice in less than 4 weeks.
Twice.
It's a new month.
Huh?
It's a new month.
Okay, twice in less than 4
Okay.
weeks. All right.
That's
Stickler.
better.
That's dope. That's dope. So check it. I fucking ended up finally, after a year of fucking having my ACMPR registration certificate, I got the opportunity to send some of the fucking weed off to the laboratory. It got processed. Check it out, bud.
Finally got some
Let me
fucking dabs
fucking
out of
cross
it.
here in front of everybody. Pardon me. Look at this.
It's fucking cold now.
Oh, these dabs are kind of
Hey, what's up,
sticky.
Brooklyn Menace? Jesse Jones, Trip Nasty.
Oh, look, my
Pop it,
thumb
dude.
is touching a part of it that I'm gonna have to smoke in a minute, I think.
Your thumb was touching it.
Yeah.
Watch out.
There's a huge bit of it on my thumb.
That's gooey, eh?
It's a little gooey.
A little bit.
I'm gonna definitely show it again after I get this piece off my thumb. Hold it down.
Sure smells nice.
There. Really get it on the tool, then. Boom! I got this, and I got a little bit of waxy stuff too that I'm definitely gonna show in a moment here. So I did. I grew one whole plant. This is a whole plant, and I ended up harvesting like about 41 grams out of it. And the statistics sheet from the fucking laboratory say that it was like a 15.
Robot bitch voice, haha. You're a fruit roll-up.
You're a fruit roll up. It's definitely a little gooey.
It all smokes the same, bud.
Well,
Mostly.
this is the kind of dabs that you don't really want to fuck with your finger too much.
Bet you wish you had one of those melting tools
I
now.
watched a porno of an Asian woman with a gigantic nipples like twice the size of my thumb.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and then the guy was like finger fucking the nipple, and I couldn't tell if it was fake or not. I had to watch it for like a solid 20 minutes to really fucking figure it out.
That's why you watched it for a solid 20 minutes.
It was really strange. What up, Jeff?
Nothing exciting this week. Just a regular week.
My Great Malenko ticket came in the mail for the show on the 23rd, so that's fresh as fuck.
That is good.
Perfect timing
good.
on the voice, Iceman.
What can I say?
Hey, did y'all see over at the Studio 17 channel how Brooklyn Menace has been releasing the Jib Jab cartoons that he worked on?
Ice Baby today.
He did the Vanilla Ice one with you as the star. It was so funny, man. I like the sick hat that I'm wearing in the video.
Yeah, that is pretty
It's
cool.
blue and it's turned backwards.
Yeah.
I just feel like a badass.
Oh.
I was wearing a Japanese ogre mask. And it frightened two men holding hands.
That's probably the best use of those
It
yet.
is, I like that.
That's good.
Oh, fuck.
That's good.
How's it taste, bud?
It tastes actually really fucking good in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost tastes exactly the way that the plant smelled. I had tried a little bit off camera in the rig, and maybe my rig's a little dirty.
I have been making a bunch of new
Or maybe I did the
ones
dabs
for
too hot or
the
something, because it certainly
show.
didn't taste the same out of the rig. I was not as it wasn't as pleasurable out of the rig, excuse me, as it is out of this right now.
Have you got the S2 working pretty seamless now?
Yeah, on the Mod 101 it's working really good. I just put it on this thing today, and I see that just dropped into wattage mode. So, I'm going to see if that happens again right now. Yeah, it did drop. I hate this device.
Yeah, it's always
I've spent
fucking with
money
you.
on a bunch of mods, and I'm like, oh, this 3-battery mod's going to be the shit. But it's
giving you
not
the
the
most
shit.
trouble.
It is shit. It's
Yeah.
garbage. For me, it always doesn't do what I want it to do. I'm done with it. I just wanted to try it today. Because I'm like, you know what? I own it. I gotta use it.
You'll
but-
find someone to buy it off you.
yeah, everything I put on it just fucking drops out of the temperature control mode and into a wattage mode. or it has to be cranked super high and doesn't fucking function properly.
It doesn't funk it.
Yeah, it doesn't function.
Blake, did you go to Twistmas?
Yeah, I went to Twistmas. It was Andy's birthday. It was fucking awesome. On Monday, I was too lazy to release the vlog. I didn't edit it because I just didn't feel like editing. And then, I'm not going to get into it now, but then on Tuesday when I came home from work, I wanted to have the motivation to do it. And as I was reaching deep inside to get that done, usually, here's how it works. Usually if I lazy the video and don't put it out on Monday, I get guilty and I put it out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about it probably more later, but my dad's not doing very well, and he was in the hospital on Tuesday. So I didn't have any time to fucking do it on Tuesday. And then as a result of Tuesday being like really discombobulated, I didn't find any time to do it today because I was asleep. I had to catch up on some sleep. So it's too late to put out a vlog now because we're doing the live show.
Yeah, that's right.
So probably what I'll do is just put out the Twistmas and whatever I do this weekend, next Monday. Or put out 2 videos. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I did go to Twistmas. I did get a bunch of sweet footage. I got some sweet footage of Monoxide talking to Rick about the Monoxide jersey that he was wearing, and they physically touched each other and like hugged it out or whatever. So Rick will be really, really happy with that footage when it releases. Twistmas was dope. You went to Twistmas?
Yeah.
Talk about your experience.
Twistmas was awesome. It was good. Lars was dope. That's what I remember.
From what I remember.
They didn't take their shirt off until the last song it was?
Song? I'm not sure.
I don't really see any Lars.
Probably. But they played all bangers. It was all just banger fast music. It was really good. I think they did stay mostly clothed.
They did stay mostly cloth.
Mostly clothed.
You're right.
They did.
Yeah, Twistmas was so fucking dope for me this year because like I hardly even went to the main stage at all. It was literally all straight chilling with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Usually I'm always inside watching everything, and then I go looking for you in breaks and stuff. It's usually how it goes down.
Yeah, I like it. This year though, I feel like I was drawn away from the stage more so than ever because I didn't see anybody perform. Did Blaze do a performance?
With Twisted.
That's it?
Yeah. But it wasn't a triple threat show. They just played a whole bunch of their individual and collab songs. It's just like a mashup of Twisted and Blaze.
Where were you for Twisted? Main floor?
Yeah,
I
main
love
floor,
lots
pretty
of
close.
Fucas.
You know how
I
the
was cool
balcony
to
wraps
meet you
around?
last year.
Hmm?
You know how the balcony wraps around?
Yeah.
I was in the top right
Yeah, I
corner.
left you at the stairs.
Yeah?
I left you at the stairs, and then I went up.
Oh, okay. I would needed to get the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show. The Twisted show was a pretty good show. I liked it.
Fun.
I love motherfuckers. Why was he talking about motherfuckers a second ago? It doesn't matter.
Not sure.
I keep hitting up EH Pro on
I
Facebook.
keep seeing it.
Oh, do you? Are you
Yep.
reading it?
Yep.
Oh, are you? I'm like, make one that's 25 millimeters, motherfucker. I need a bigger robot
Can I
dick.
still win?
Wow.
That shit was from like February. So this is how I'm using the Sequoia right now. It works the best on this fucking Mod 101, but I wish it was 25 millimeters. Look, so it's got this giant mouthpiece on it. Somebody online was like, oh, you can take the regular stainless steel sayonara tip and use that as a mouthpiece.
On top of
Or you can also put the glass
Stars.
teeth. I don't know. It looks so weird.
It
But
does
it's
look a little
weird,
weird,
but
but I
it's
think it looks cool though.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's cool like that.
yeah.
I like that.
Have you tried the original Psy mouthpiece on it?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. So when you buy the product, it comes like this with this big ass mouthpiece on it. That's how it is standard.
And you still find it's burning your lips?
No, I don't think so. And then when you buy the regular sayonara, this is the regular mouthpiece that comes with it. And when you buy a sayonara, it usually comes with a glass mouthpiece as well, which is a little bit smaller diameter. It's got a little lip on it, like it's a flanged metal edge. And this is what I want for consistency. So this is what it looks like.
I love smoking robot cock.
Me too. And then this is what it looks like with the... I don't even know how I feel about that. It looks like a weird, a real robot. It looks like a robot dog dick is what it looks like.
It comes to a point.
It's fucking strange as fuck. And then you can pull the regular sayonara mouthpiece out and put the glass tip in.
Glass does make it look less cock.
It does, yeah.
Glass makes it look less cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah? What about without either of these extra mouthpieces?
Big.
Yeah.
You think it's too big?
Just let my zombie sidekick do it.
Are you happy that I didn't do negative vibes? I like it when you do the show because we're straight as fuck and the channel's not monetized, so.
Yeah.
Nobody's making any money off this show anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if I should keep this glass piece in or if I should keep it removed. This is my first world problem. Keep it in?
I think so.
We'll try it with it in for a little while. Alright, now that we got 10 minutes established on a mouthpiece.
More robot dick.
Back to puffing.
Always keep the tip in.
Just the two.
All right.
Mod 101's fresh.
The Mod 101 is a nice little device. The dye codes, there's a company called Dye Codes, and they make a stainless steel fucking tube, and it's 25 millimeter. Have I shown it to you online?
Probably.
Well, it's basically
One
this.
with a shorter battery.
No, it's 25 millimeters in diameter instead of 22 like this, and it takes the larger 2700 battery instead of the 18650 this
I
takes.
think you showed it.
Yeah, and then also,
What's up?
not only is it 25 millimeters, but you can buy what they call their beauty ring line, and it's just like 3 stainless rings that are reducers,
Sure.
so that you just don't have a flat edge. It's kind of like a tapered tip. It looks cool, but the thing about it is it's a German product, and the fucking stainless steel tube was over $300
American.
for this.
Crazy.
For this,
I am
That's
just
crazy.
here for
yeah, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh my
There you
god,
go.
you don't want to see me turn to the side. Look how big my fucking belly button is. You could lose yourself in there.
Me too.
You YW. So yeah, man, Twistmas, dope. Just the tip, super dope. 18 minutes into the show, running out of shit to say, not dope.
Yeah, I'm really not into saying much tonight. I'm feeling like
You're sick as fuck? Why?
Sick?
Yeah, I'm sick.
Second knuckle button.
Better not get sick.
Second knuckle button? I don't know, maybe 1.5. Happened.
I don't know. It just shut off on me.
Okay.
I was trying to type into it.
Weird.
Fucking thing.
I don't know, man. I guess since then I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just gonna get sad. You're fucking sick, so it's just gonna be a sad fucking show. Fuck it.
Might as well be.
My dad is sick right now, and he's not doing that well, but he kind of is doing well at the same time. It's strange. He's like, my dad's 85, and he had a kidney stone surgery on Monday. And on Tuesday, we had to go to the hospital because he was like acting a fool and shit. I guess he was like, I don't know. I guess he was just like getting all out of control and being violent with the nurses and trying to like cause them harm and cause himself harm and, you know, cause himself harm, I guess, by like trying to remove his catheter, and he was trying to kick the nurse in the fucking face and shit. And so he had to be restrained, and because he was completely out of control, they basically had to restrain him in a chair, or perhaps in the bed, I'm uncertain. But they had to do it in the hallway near the office so that he could be monitored more closely. So basically just an old man strapped to a bed, freaking out in the hallway. I don't like thinking about that. And then we get there and he's in the bed and he's still freaking out and he's just like really paranoid because he thinks that there were some, I don't know what the fucking new age term is for male nurse. I was gonna say nurse.
Just nurse.
I guess, whatever. So this guy, this male nurse has this fucking black like cardigan on. And my dad thinks that the female nurses are in cahoots with this male nurse, but he thinks that the male nurse is a cop. And he thinks that they're stealing from everybody. But even though he thinks that the nurse was a cop, he thinks that the cops are coming and that we gotta get out of here because the cops are coming. But he's like fully restrained at the waist and both wrists are tied down to the bed. He's got maybe this much movement.
Oh.
And he's just desperately, fearfully begging me to get his hands, to grab his hands, to pull his hands, to grab his wrists and pull up on them. You know, he's swinging, his feet aren't restrained, so he's laying flat on the bed, but he's like swinging his body over. So he's got a catheter with this strap in between his legs, and he's just like trying to hurl his body off the bed, but his wrist is tight, and he's like, go on the other side of the bed and grab and now pull on it. And like, I'm doing it a lot because that's all he wants, and you know my dad's scrapping and shit, so he's like, go to my truck and get my snips. And I'm like, we didn't bring the truck, you know what I mean? And it was just really sad, and it was really emotional for me to have to witness that. And when we very first arrived at the hospital, like, you know, nobody wants to see that shit. So I go and I'm like, do you think that maybe... I went to the nurse and I was like, do you think that maybe since we're here, the family, that we can untie him and maybe that'll relax him a little bit while we're here with him? And she's like, yeah, no problem. So she comes in and my dad instantly gets paranoid. He thinks that, like I said, she's trying to fucking steal from him and that the cops are coming and that she's a fucking baddie and so even though that's the case, she's still consenting to come and take these fucking things off of him. So as she leans in, the old man lifts he's in a bed tied at his waist and his fucking wrists. He's completely delusional, and we're coming to untie him because that's all he wants. And he hurls his body up and, like, boom, went to kick the nurse. Full force. All the weight that he had. Right in her fucking face. And he grazed her.
Oh, man, thank God.
And I'm just like, okay, well, I had sympathy for you when I got here, but now, obviously, you need to be tied up. And he's like... Again, like, completely delusional, so I don't think it's a conscious decision that he's absolutely making, but he's, like, trying to grab his catheter with... He's wearing pants, and the two tubes are coming down one pant leg, and nothing out of the other pant leg. His legs aren't restrained. He's trying to fucking pinch grip the tube with his fucking foot and yank it out, because he wants to get out of the bed and fucking leave, and it's just... It was really, for me... People get old and people die and people don't feel a lot of personal emotions because it's not my family. But right now it's my family and I'm feeling pretty devastated. And I don't know what I do with that bottle more. And
when you're seeing him go through that, that's...
And like, I know he's delusional and shit, but here's the thing about my dad. Even when he's not delusional, and he's, you know, my dad, so what I'm saying, you'll corroborate. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing. Even if he's in his right state of mind, he's like, yeah, if I die, I die. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He just straight up doesn't care. He straight up doesn't care. So he's just saying shit like, because I'm not undoing the straps for him, he's like, he's talking shit to me, and he's like... Excuse me, he's saying like terrible things to me, like if he had a gun he would fucking shoot me because I'm not fulfilling his fucking request of taking the straps off of him and shit. And I kept asking him if he knew where he was, and he wouldn't answer the question. And one time he said he was in a trailer, and I'm like, no, you're in a hospital because you just had a surgery. And like all he was focused on was wanting to get out. He was never understanding that he was tied up. He didn't understand, to me, he didn't understand that he was restrained, even though I'm like, you're tied up. You're tied, you're restrained. He's like, and he would just be like, look at this, you see this? And I'm like, yeah, the restraint. He's like, you gotta cut this. He just kept pointing at it, and smoke detector on the wall was a fucking cop car. The dry erase board on the wall was a fucking marriage certificate.
How long after the surgery was this?
Well, I guess he had the surgery on Monday afternoon, and we went and saw him the next day, on like maybe 24 hours later or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
like a medicine reaction.
Where
Or?
Jordan's at?
I'm not certain.
So he was like nowhere like that.
Well, I know he's had some confusion periods in the last little while.
Well, I talked about a similar
This is more
state
than-
of mind like this a few weeks ago
This is a lot different, though.
when I came back from the gathering. Excuse me. He was acting in an extremely similar fashion. The confusion and the disorientation and not making any sense. It was very similar type of behavior, but I never seen my dad self-harm like that before. He's in the restraint, and he's like banging his fucking hand on the plastic guardrail on the bed
Oh,
because he's
shit.
trying to knock it off. And he's like, my arms weigh like 100 pounds. And we're trying to distract him, and we're like, you gotta order dinner. What do you want to eat for dinner? And he's like, I haven't eaten dinner in 6 months. And he's just like, just making these absurd assertions. And it was just really, it was really shitty. Yeah. But I figure, okay, so his brain is fucked up, but he's strong enough to kick a bitch.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, where my mind is at. Is my dad gonna die, or is he just confused right now and some healing needs to take place, or has perhaps, I have no idea, something irreversible occurred now, and, you know, is just gonna be like, you know, you make jokes about people that are going through problems, so I guess the joke is, what is my dad gonna do? Just become a violent retard? You know what I mean? Like, is that what it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna have to deal with? My dad being violently retarded, self-harm, catheter, fucking nurse every fucking day, on high alert, and it's just gonna be, you know, a fucking waiting game now? Like, I don't want that. I don't want to see my dad suffer, is what I'm really trying to say.
He still has anesthetic in his system. It's damaging his brain. He ain't retarded.
I do like how the robot says retarded.
Retarded.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't want to... I'll totally talk about my dad for the whole fucking hour. It was only 10 minutes that I talked about him.
Much healing love
Sorry, I was
energy
listening
sent
to
your
both of
way
you.
G in real life. You are telling terrible things. He was probably just reacting to being tired after surgery.
Maybe, but it was the day after the surgery. He just didn't want to be in that fucking bed.
Yeah.
Do you think I do have some, like, not shame, but do you think that I'm not doing the right thing by talking about this right now?
I don't see anything wrong with talking about it. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Okay. So yeah, man, it's just really rough, and you know, we had to go see him yesterday because the hospital called my mom about it, but they didn't call her today.
That's good.
I didn't go and visit my dad today.
When did they say they think he'll be coming home?
Well, if he wasn't fucking violently retarded, probably today. But as long as he's got that catheter in, there's no way that it's feasible for him to come home with that,
Yeah.
because he's just gonna try to rip it out, and there's no way that we can tie him up at home or have a nurse come once a day to, you know, it doesn't do that.
You're doing the right thing, Blake.
I don't know if it's the right thing or the wrong thing. I'm just
Well, I just don't
trying to create
wrong with
entertainment,
talking
and
about it.
I don't think that there's really a filter on what I'm trying to share with my life too much, so, you know.
I agree.
So yeah, man, my dad, he's not good, but he's like, How do you? I just that's where I
you're
just don't
a
know how to
fucking
gauge
pussy,
it.
Brooklyn Menace.
I just don't know how to gauge it. How do you be mad confused, but still bicycle kick a bitch in the face? Like,
Well,
he
he's-
pulled his knee to his chest and went
Because
boom.
that was a fight or flight response. Like, he obviously was afraid something was happening to him. That's why
He
did that.
didn't like the nurse because he was experiencing paranoia
Yeah, exactly. He thought she
about
was
how
gonna do something,
stealing.
or maybe he thought at that moment she was going to do something else.
We tried to administer him antibiotics through applesauce. He spit it out all over the floor.
Really?
Yeah. So we were just like, we had to put in the time to wait for the, however it works at the hospital, we had to wait for the needle. And we had to give him a needle to calm him the fuck down. Because, like, that's what it came to.
Yeah.
That's what it came to.
That's actually what I was going to ask.
Let me out! Fuck off! It was really kind of like, I wanted to film it. I wanted to take the camera out. I wanted to film it. I knew that I did not want that. I'd never talked to her or even mentioned it once.
I can guarantee she was freaked.
Right. But but I thought about it, and I thought, even if I would have filmed it, it's not like I would have battled with whether or not I should have put it online or not to share my life the way that I think I should or want to do. But there's no absolute guarantee that I would have done that. And then for a while, my mom and my brother left the room and I was alone with my dad. And it wasn't like internal, like, tearing me apart, but I did struggle momentarily with wanting to film him a little bit. But he had calmed down slightly, but was still talking a lot of nonsense. And then I thought about maybe just like trying to grab an audio recording of just like turning the camera on with the lens closed and just placing it close to him and sharing some of the audio of the type of incoherent nonsense that he was saying. But, you know, I want to share it, but maybe it's not the right thing to do. But then also I kind of want, like, I feel like I got some good memories of my dad. I feel like I need like a weird bad memory on film. Because my brain is shit, and I just feel like I need something to
look back on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your mom died when you were really young.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 10.
Can we talk about it a bit?
Sure.
What's it like when you're 10 years old and your mom dies?
Honestly, for me to look back, and I've tried looking back on it many times, I don't have a lot of memory of it, honestly. I don't have a lot of memory of my mom either.
Because 10, right?
Because, yeah, I was 10 years old.
What grade are you in when you were 10?
Grade 4.
Grade 4?
Yeah.
Do you remember being sad?
Oh yeah, I remember vividly the night that my dad came home and told us. We were at my aunt's house while he was at the hospital. He came home and
How did your mom die?
She was in a coma. She was on life support, and they let her go.
What happened to her?
She had cancer. Started out with breast cancer, spread to her lungs, and it was the lung cancer that ultimately killed her.
Does she smoke?
Yeah. Yeah, she was a smoker for years. Didn't quit when she found out she had cancer either.
Oh, that's sounds like a steer.
It's almost like the idea, you know. Well, I fucking got it now. I quit.
That doesn't sound good. Remission.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 10. My brother was 11, just about to turn 12. Like, I had just turned 10, and my brother was just about to turn 12. Yeah.
And then what? Your dad? How did he tell you?
I can't remember exactly. I just remember him coming in and telling us. I remember my brother running to the bathroom and locking himself in, and I was sitting on my aunt's lap crying. That's all I can remember of that night, really.
Yeah.
But I remember it vividly, my dad walking in and telling us.
Our other cousin, his dad died when he was real young. Right?
Our other cousin.
My
mother
Pooner?
died
of
Oh,
breast
okay.
and lung
Pooners?
cancer when I
Yep.
was 15 also.
I take advantage of the relationship that I had with my parents. My dad lived forever. 85. My dad's 85 years old right now.
Yeah.
I'll be lucky to make it half that.
Right?
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's just fucking confused from this.
Hopefully it's just a reaction to something that
Yeah.
passes.
Maybe he's gonna live another fucking 5 years. You know what I mean?
Maybe
you know,
more.
I've had like arguments and conversations with my mom about this statement. Like, I hate this place. I want to leave this place. Now I'm a super hardcore juggalo and fulfilling destiny of entertaining people. So living in this place isn't that bad as it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, maybe a little less now, but still a true statement. I'd like to get the fuck out of here, but my dad is so old that I'm just like, you know, at its root, I'm just waiting for my dad to die. That's it. You know what I mean? Just waiting for my dad to die so that I can really just kind of accept that and grieve with it and go on with it. I don't want to leave and then not come back.
Yeah.
You know what I
You don't
mean?
wanna be here
Or
sometimes.
not be here and then not be in a position to not come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They used to do on sitcoms in the 80s. The show needs to end with silence. Oasis, cigarettes and alcohol.
I love cigarettes and alcohol. I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Somebody said that I think a female they know beat titty cancer twice. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's tough over.
But yeah, my dad doesn't have any cancer. They pulled a golf ball sized kidney stone out of
I
him.
didn't even know they did. Well, of course, if it's that big, I guess they have to do a surgery.
And then I guess he had also some kind of fucking buildup on his prostate. And they got some of it,
Yeah.
but not all of it. And before we found out that my dad was like violent in the hospital, you know, we were getting the update that he might have to go back for another surgery to get the rest of it. So it's like, what the fuck?
Go
This
through
is
this
terrible. It's terrible.
That is.
You know, my dad's body isn't resilient. He's an 85-year-old
Yeah,
man. You can't
exactly.
fucking cut him open a bunch of times now
The
to
body
keep
can
him
only
alive.
take
This
so
shit
much
doesn't even
that
make sense to me.
It's hard to
Yeah.
recover.
It really is.
Yeah, I don't want my dad to die, but I don't want him to fucking suffer in his old age
He's
trying to keep
obviously-
him alive.
He's obviously still got a strong heart if he's going through these operations without a problem, though. So there's that. He's got that going for him.
If you were busting nut for 80 years, you'd have a build-up too.
So yeah, death. It's weird. I don't like to think about it, but my dad's sick and he's old, so that's what the go-to is.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody die that was important to you when you were young?
Just my grandma.
Your grandma
I
died?
really only had one grandparent.
Well,
I
actually,
didn't know
the-
the other three.
Death,
The same year that my mom died, our grandma died on that side, and my grandma died on my mom's side too. That same year.
Oh, really?
It was all one fucking year.
Were you really close with your grandma?
She lived with us for almost 10 years, probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must have been pretty tough.
Yeah. When she was old.
This guy in the fucking bed next to my dad, a way younger guy. My dad's freaking the fuck out. And then this guy can't move because he's in a bed. He's like, hey, Blake, could you go over to the windowsill and get my cheese for me? Totally. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I hand him the cheese and he looks at me and goes, don't grow old. I'm like, holy fuck, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying not to. I'm fucking trying.
And then my dad goes, what did he say? I said, he said, die young, Dad. He goes, what? Yeah, my dad was out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fucked up. So my mom didn't message me today. The hospital, she said that the hospital didn't call her. She didn't message me this afternoon with any updates. So I'm going to go out on a limb and make an assumption that my dad's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm sure your mom would have said something.
And I think she absolutely... Or it's bad and she's in a position where she can't contact me right now. But I'm going to choose to believe the former.
Me too.
I think when I die, it's going to be of brain problems and lung problems.
Yeah, you don't think it'll be your heart?
Tell an
I think it'll be your
FR3SH
heart.
story of your loved ones lost.
Tell a fresh story of your loved one's loss. Remember when, I don't want to say his name, but remember when my fucking friend died when he was 21? And he was drunk driving? I had a friend who was driving drunk and he fell asleep driving. He swerved into the incoming lane. He got into a head-on collision with the vehicle in the oncoming lane. Swerved over back into his lane and down and careened into one of those 12-foot drainage ditches. And he wasn't wearing his seatbelt, and the car rolled, and he rolled half out of the car, and then the car rolled again and squished all his upper half of his body, and it was like a closed casket funeral and shit. I heard that my friends who were his brothers after the funeral, they did do like a thing where they opened the casket for them. I could even only imagine what that would even be looking like.
Yeah, no kidding. I had a lot of friends die when I was growing up. I had a lot of fucking death in my life now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah, I had one when I was in grade 7, going into grade 8. A friend of mine went out spearfishing, tripped, and ended up. It was a makeshift spear that he made on his own, and when he tripped, it fucking went right through his femoral artery, and he only made it halfway up the hill.
Wow.
Before he collapsed. I had a friend that was beaten to death by golf clubs in Windsor.
What?
One that was out in a canoe, didn't know how to swim, and he ended up drowning. One in a car accident. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've got no grandparents left.
2 girls in my life that I had sex with died.
Yeah? Well, fuck.
Not as a result of having sex with me. They're
Blake.
completely unrelated events.
You don't know that.
No, I do. One was a car accident, and then the other one was some kind of fucking sickness.
Yeah.
Yup.
You live and you die.
Yeah, I guess.
One way or another, fucking life is short. You don't know when it's gonna fucking come, that's for sure. Hell, for all we know, it could be North Korea nuking us tonight, right?
Doubtful.
Yeah, very doubtful. Very doubtful.
Were they crushed?
Fuck you, Brooklyn Menace. This week's show is called What a Load of Crap, because what a fucking load of crap it is that fucking Top Gun video online.
Well, you got it online, and then it was gone in an
I
instant.
uploaded it, and the algorithm picked it up before it even got publicly released.
And they even blocked comments on it.
Tomorrow is
Like, you couldn't even make a
promised
comment
to
at
no
all.
one.
Really?
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it sucks. So I think what I might try to consider doing, I think it was you that gave me the idea to press it up.
My friend Carrie died in January from an exploding cyst on her
That
pancreas.
sounds fucking horrible.
Another depressing subject.
It's nice, just a night of depressing subject.
Yeah.
Menace.
Yeah, well, that algorithm copyright bullshit got me fucked up, and Will.i.am Bo paid for that video. And my friend Jeff here thinks that I should press it up into a DVD and send him a copy.
Yeah.
And then I thought maybe I should make some. Nobody's gonna buy it. Some press to order. Make some DVDs so that people can see it.
And then just make the file available for like a month or something like that. Just make it available for download.
Some other people had suggested maybe releasing it on like
Torrent.
Vimeo.
FTP server.
Opening a Vimeo account, putting it on Vimeo. I don't know
It
how.
won't flag it, sure.
One that doesn't, yeah. What's a website that I can upload copyright content to?
What's up that?
Because if that's the workaround,
Done.
yeah,
Yeah, really.
then we'll just have people make a donation for that show, and then when we get money to make that show, then we'll make that show, and we'll just release them on the one that doesn't give us the flags.
Yeah.
Because they're not worried about
But
monetizing because we
that
already got
being
paid.
said, I don't think this is going to be an end to trying to make that show, obviously with Top Gun, but we should try and find other movies to do that are already, like Brooklyn Menace was saying, on already on YouTube, so that we know they won't get flagged when we try to do something with it.
Maybe. You know, the whole Troma
Pretty good
fucking...
choices in those.
The whole
There is,
Troma
yeah.
library is available on YouTube.
Yeah.
Some pretty good choices in the whatever the how many years the copyright ban is, because it only goes so many years back.
Really? What's up, bud? Bro, I fucking started flirting with one of the viewers. Gotta not do that.
No?
No, I'm gonna keep doing it though.
Of course you
When
will.
I kick the bucket, y'all better pray I don't start ghosting. 'Cause I'll haunt the shit out of all y'all. Rabbits with fangs. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. How's things, lads?
What's up, lad?
With the Troma team. Back in '89.
No, you didn't. Show me some proof online later.
Make good movies.
One of my favorite Troma movies, there's so many obscure ones. One of my favorite ones is called Butt Crack.
Uh-huh.
and it's about this guy who's just kind of like an annoying shit, and he's just like a fucking slob and scrubbed out, and then the plot plays out where something happened where he dies, and then he had a curse put on him, where if anybody said the word butt crack like 11 or 17 times in one breath, that was the fucking thing to unlock him and resurrect him. Mm-hmm. And then there was this one long-winded bitch that was the girlfriend of his roommate. She's like, he's always just walking around with his butt crack hanging out, his butt crack all the time, butt right, and she did it, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's called Butt Crack. It's probably still on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the Troma videos are still there, and that was a good one. You got a good?
Not that I could remember off the top of my head.
No. Do you remember any?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Troma videos.
No, I don't know.
Troma is the production team that makes the Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger is their big
Sergeant Kabuki Man.
But they put out a lot. They put out a lot of movies.
The Toxic Avenger, the Toxic Crusaders cartoons.
Yeah. But the Troma ones are a lot. I know mostly just from Channel 20 Saturday afternoon shows.
It wasn't a Troma movie, but it was with all the people involved with Troma.
You're lying.
Don't even give the guy a chance.
Toxie rules.
Yep. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's not afraid of too much.
Like real bad acting quality.
I love it.
And all of them makes it funny.
There's a non-Troma movie that I bought once on VHS cassette. I probably have it here in the house. It's called Blood Nasty. And it's about this, like, I think he's Cuban. It's about, like, this Cuban guy. And he was, like, a murderer. And then he was maybe a big drug lord or something. I don't know, some badass. And then he died for a reason. But I think his soul was put into the ring. And then Blood Nasty got the ring somehow. Or the guy got the ring and he died. He has like a big hole through him and shit. He's dead, but he's alive. And it's really funny. It's a really funny movie. It's got this one really crass old lady in it. All she does is constantly cuss. She's always dropping F-bombs and shit. That's really, really funny.
I could get along with her. The Big Giver.
I'm in the movie, but I can't find it. Yeah.
With Laddie Cohen's daughter on an underground NY horror movie.
Awesome. Brooklyn Menace is way more than just internet famous.
Yeah, he is. Pretty awesome.
Brooklyn Menace is a fucking storyteller. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly, Papa. Right, Brooklyn Menace. Sure you did. I hardly did any dabs on the show. I want to put another big chunk in this fucking device. It's almost like I don't need to.
The heavy metal documentary that you saw the picture of.
I have seen Brooklyn Menace in some fucking weird pictures.
Yeah.
Like he does do
me
some
too,
stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a salt and pepper beard coming in like yours. Have you seen his pictures?
I found it on IMDb.
He's old just like me.
And I don't have the wrench.
Oh. Well, then just paste everything past the .com into the chat. And then you can copy and paste that in a web browser to open the fucking link. What are they even talking about?
I think
the Troma videos?
Yeah, of the movie that he was in. The Giver or whatever. Big Giver. I don't remember now.
Okay. What's up? I want to talk to you for the rest of the show because I do all the talking. You hardly said anything. Are you watching The Walking Dead? Yes. And do you fucking hate it this season? Yes.
Yes to both of those.
Why?
It's really bad writing. I don't know if they fired all their writers.
What do you guys talk about? I missed that.
Well, excuse me for 1 second. Are you watching The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I fucking love it.
This season?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had no problem. Well, the one episode was real shit, but the other ones, I've enjoyed them.
Which one was shit?
I don't know which one it was specifically.
What was happening that made it
was a really slow one.
So,
go ahead.
One part of the whole season, if the season's that good, so 3 or 4 people are walking. No, 3 people are walking with the king when he's injured.
The tiger scene?
Yeah, so they're all walking fine. They're traveling well. The king falls in the ditch. There's the slowest zombies you've ever seen in your life coming after him.
Right?
He's like practically falling on the ground like Fred from the Junkyard Show. Like he's having a heart attack. He's like falling on the ground.
I'm coming for you, Elizabeth. Yeah.
It's the big one. Go save yourselves.
Yeah, okay. I feel
at him, they pull him out. A tiger jumps in and gets mauled by these zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, because I ain't
That's it.
shit. Because he didn't feel like he was shit, right? Because all his crew got clipped.
So
That part did kind of bother me. I'll admit that.
last year they had like no bullets. This year they got more bullets than the A-Team.
My thing when they did the tiger scene was I was like, the first thought in my head was oh, they can't afford to put the tiger in the show anymore. That was the first thing I thought of.
CGI budget's blown.
I ain't nobody, man. He didn't give a fuck about being the king.
They're all standing with guns, like not even 50 yards away from Negan.
I know!
Yelling at him, "We're gonna kill you," but not killing him.
We're going to. We will.
Yeah, it's been kind of horse shitty.
bad.
I definitely enjoyed the series when it seemed to be more of like a survival, a small group of people surviving. That seemed more intimate and personal than this big, all these fucking... Now that I know that there's a bunch of human beings, it's kind of whack as fuck. But it's still...
It had to be.
I'm 7-8 years invested in the show, so I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
watch
watch
that
it
other
again now.
bullshit.
I've been watching the other one. I've been enjoying that too. The first season sucked, but the first season of The Walking Dead I felt sucked too.
Did you watch
great.
this other show?
Fear?
Yeah.
I'm not up on this season, but I watched the others. It's alright.
Well,
Here's
this
when I
picked
stopped
it up,
watching Fear the Walking Dead. When the fucking Spanish dad or the Cuban dad goes, "Oh, I don't know anything about yachts." Cut scene, he's in a fucking diving suit, putting his hand in a filter, pulling out body parts. It's like, you don't know nothing about yachts, but all of a sudden you're cleaning out a yacht filtration system. It's probably not that hard, but it's probably pretty complicated. I doubt you're just gonna get on a fucking yacht and be full of fear of The Walking Dead, no doubt, and pull fucking... It doesn't... I was like, you know what? I don't even fucking like water anyway. Some people said that there's not even water after the first season.
You have to press a button on your PS4 controller.
PS4 will rest.
Just press the button on your controller. Not circle. So, it's just really bad writing.
Yeah,
but
beware.
the show was good up till here.
I just need them to hurry up and kill
The
Negan and
trash
move on
people?
with the plot.
Why do the trash people sit naked and make art?
Yeah, those people really. And why do they fucking talk
I'm
like that?
feeling the trash people,
Why do
bro.
they talk like that?
Hey, here's the thing about the trash people. They're reckless. They like to fuck. Look, they might be living in a trash heap, but you know what I see? A bunch of resources. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Order
You love
wood.
trash.
yeah, I do love it.
But no, I fucking hate the way they
I
talk.
wanna
Like,
go-
why do they fucking talk like that?
Well, it's just like they probably sat down one day and was like, look, we're
Let's not
weirdos,
use-
so we might
let's
as
not
well
use too
step
many
it up.
words.
Adjective,
So
rule
high.
number 1, no adjectives.
Yeah, so I'm dropping adjectives.
If you watch the opening scene from Maniac Cop, the hooker that gets killed in the beginning is the G in real life's whose movie I worked on. It's
You're really
the
fucking
best show.
playing
Yeah, you're really
story
trying
up,
to
but
push us to believe you about that.
The more fucking details you give us, you think we're just gonna believe it.
It's still the best show on TV. Are
Game
you
of
watching
Thrones.
Shameless? I
Game
don't
of
watch that
Thrones.
show.
Yeah, I've been
my
keeping up on
favorite show.
Shameless too.
Are you watching Shameless?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
Here's the
I
thing
watched-
about Shameless.
I watched the British one, but not a lot.
I was thinking about checking out the
American.
British one. Was it good?
It was funny, yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. I watched that first, and then it came out in America, but I never started watching it.
Okay. I never watched the British one. Here's the thing about the American one. I watched it. The first season was good. The second season led up to some shit. The third season sucked dick. And then I was like, okay, well now I have to watch the rest of this. So I watched the other 3 fucking seasons. I watched all 7 available seasons in March 2017. Now I'm watching it. Now I'm just waiting for Fiona to bang that dyke.
Yeah, really. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
I thought that maybe she was the one that was having needles behind the building because that other guy was like, I'm not the only one or whatever.
Yeah.
But then she was putting a camera up.
Yeah, really.
So maybe I was wrong with the assumption.
Yeah, I want to check out the British version because I heard it was really good too.
Mm-hmm. Super thick accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, super.
That's probably why I would avoid it.
Yeah, I don't mind the accents if they're too thick though. I kind of get annoyed because I have a hard time with accents.
Yeah. Some of them aren't too bad. Like a lot of the older shows we used to watch, they weren't too thick.
Yeah.
That one, I'm sure, I think it's a super thick accent.
Yeah, and Bob Denver's my uncle. Fuck. The outburst made me forget what I wanted to say.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Siri open porn. Siri can't even say girls, so fuck off.
Yeah.
Siri's broken.
The Shadow Gang Network. That seems like a familiar name.
Does, doesn't it? Pretty sure I've seen it here before. Oh, he did, damn it. Yep.
I believe it, Brooklyn.
I believe that you believe that you did it.
Spent a fucking hour today watching.
You're doing tonight. It's too goddamn much. And tomorrow night I will be doing Christmas music in NJ.
Are you gonna do it live?
Priceless.
Will you do a live stream from your phone?
PlayStation.
Can you do it on Studio 17 channel? Doesn't work like that. PlayStation.
It does warn you first.
Yeah. It comes up with the thing. Yeah.
I don't know if it would work in this though.
Remember that video from a couple of years ago of that trick where they were doing it to gamers? The guy
COD
would kill.
videos.
Yeah, yeah.
COD videos.
I liked those. Those
What's the
made
other
me
name?
laugh.
They make a name.
That was Xbox,
Xbox
turn off or something.
Yeah.
I can but probably shouldn't because of who the party is for.
You better fucking do it, and you better quit fucking being like, oh, I'm big, but I got no proof.
Look at, see, now he's playing off like he's doing a party for somebody big.
Yeah. Oh, I was in a movie.
On a pig
You should listen to that. Brooklyn Menace, you should listen to Weird Al Yankovic, Lame Claim to Fame.
Hey,
The
Buzznick.
show I worked on was the Dick Shack Sports Report show.
Yeah, you worked on some dick, I know. Dick, who is Dick?
Did I ever tell you about how they released a new episode of Trauma Pro Wrestling, and I hit up the guy, and he said he wrote a part for me, and he wants me to act in Trauma Pro Wrestling and be a part of the series?
Did not hear any of it.
I do not stay in any consistent fucking communication with that guy at all whatsoever. But he's like, I'm working on a part for you.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to fucking be in Trauma Pro Wrestling, bro.
That's
It's going to
fucking
be
awesome.
sick.
Did you tell him I got to be in it? Do I get to be in it?
I'll tell him that I'm like, I know everybody that wants to be in these videos, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Alright.
You gotta get your foot in the
We'll all
door.
get a chance to die.
You gotta get your foot in the door first before you drag everybody in by the hand.
I got
behind
the
you.
connections.
All right, well, come with me. I did tell him that I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And your affiliations. Hello.
If you consider making $50 a week, then I was famous.
Pretty famous.
What's up, guys?
So I made 50
Yeah,
bucks a week on the fucking videos.
That's more than we're making here. I'm a director too.
Who, Brooklyn Menace? Yeah, he's just a fucking faker. He's faking it. Oh, look, 1 hour right now. What time is it?
I have
8:57.
a chipmunk.
Sweet, I'm gonna put on the
in
outro
my
music.
pocket. TPW.
Captain Jerk is loving these emoji things. He was putting lipstick on a pig face.
He was what?
Putting lipstick on a pig face.
I enjoyed the dragon masks and then holding hands.
I put on a Japanese ogre mask and it scared two men holding hands. That was a good one, yeah, I like that one. make real good turds. What did that one say?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus bikini.
Doesn't look like Santa Claus on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't look like Santa Claus very much over here either.
That looks more like it than this one does.
He's getting real heated. Real heat coming off fucking Brooklyn Menace tonight. Holy fuck.
That's because we're turning up the fucking heat on him.
CGI Zombies got his back.
Yeah, deadhead. Alright, I gotta end the show. I gotta fucking stop the show now, so. Thanks for watching this episode of Positive Vibes Live. I'm gonna do another episode. Fuck.
We'll do another episode next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, here live. It'll be at least the two of us.
Yeah, Buzznick says she wants to come out.
Is she coming back out next week?
She said she's
I hope
like
so.
to come. He's typing as fast as he can. No, you don't understand. It was anthrax. Look it up on IMDb.
Tidal wave.
But it's all true, damn it.
All right, it's a tidal wave of emotion over here because it's sad that we gotta leave, but we'll be back next week like we do. So that's it. I don't got a good outro today. All right.
That's it.
All right.
Cheers.
All right. Dogs suck. Whoop whoop.
I'm glad that was the last word of the show. Aw, damn you, Papa!
Oh wait, how do we do it?
So Nat wishes for much cheetahs. Bye y'all.